The hidden science of attraction. How to make her chase you. So you don't get girls? Fear not, because I've got your back. Today we're diving into the strange, hilarious, and surprisingly scientific world of attraction. And by the time we're done, you'll know how to flip the script so you stop chasing and start being chased. Think of this video as your personal cheat code to becoming the male reincarnation of Regina George. Yeah, that Regina George, the queen bee of Mean Girls. Only this time it's science, not pink miniskirts doing the work. Ready? Let's break it down lesson by lesson. Lesson 1, the scarcity principle. Psychologist Robert Cialdini, basically the Yoda of persuasion, once explained that we humans lose our minds over things that are scarce. The rarer something is, the more valuable it feels. That's why billionaires flex with limited edition slow cars instead of normal fast ones. You'd think Jeff Bezos would want a rocket-powered Ferrari, but no. If there's only one dusty old Volkswagen Beetle left on Earth, Bezos is probably buying it just to say, you peasants can't have this. This same rule applies to dating. People often say, nice guys finish last. But that's not because women hate kindness. It's because nice guys usually make themselves way too available. They're like the all-you-can-eat breadsticks at Olive Garden. Endless supply, no mystery. Meanwhile, jerks act like they don't care, which makes them seem limited, and therefore, more valuable. But here's the secret plot twist. You don't actually have to be a jerk to be scarce. You can be a kind, respectful guy who just doesn't hand out his attention like free samples at Costco. And that's rare. That's a shiny Pokemon right there. Imagine this. You're at a party. There's a girl surrounded by 5 dudes tripping over themselves trying to make her laugh. They're basically performing a live audition for the role of desperate simp number 3. And what do? You walk past, give her a quick, friendly hi, and then go talk to your friends. Bonus points if that friend is another girl. Translation? You just slapped a giant neon sign on yourself that says, limited edition, only available while supplies last. Meanwhile, the 5 guys in her gremlin gang are drowning her in compliments. You created mystery. You made her wonder. And the second you made her wonder, you became 10 times more attractive. Quick pause. If you're loving this and want to master the art of effortless attraction, subscribe right now to Hidden Magnet Club. Don't wait till the end, because unlike those breadsticks, this knowledge is limited supply. Lesson 2, the gain-loss theory of attraction. Now let's crank it up a notch. There's a fascinating study about something called the gain-loss theory of attraction. Here's the gist. People don't just like being liked, they like the process of winning you over. Researchers had college students overhear feedback about them after a series of meetings. Sometimes the feedback was all positive, sometimes all negative, sometimes it started negative and became positive. And guess what? The students felt the strongest attraction when they thought the experimenter changed their opinion from negative to positive. In other words, people value you more if they feel like they earned your approval. It's like the difference between finding $1 on the sidewalk and finding $1 inside a claw machine after 37 tries. Same money, but one feels like victory. So how do you use this in dating? By not giving away your approval instantly. If you meet a girl, don't throw out the, wow, you're amazing, I've never met anyone like you speech 5 minutes in. That's like playing the final boss theme music when you've just started the tutorial level. Instead, use subtle tone and body language to signal that you're not fully sold yet. Then, over time, let her see you warm up. That transition from meh to interesting is powerful. But here's the catch. You need to clearly show the moment she has won you over. If you just stay cold forever, she'll assume you don't like her and bounce. Think of it like The Voice. You know how the judges don't hit the red button right away? They wait. they build suspense, and when they finally spin around, the singer feels 10 times more special. Do the same thing without the spinning chair. And hey, don't forget, if you're vibing with these psychological hacks, smash that subscribe button for Hidden Magnet Club, because this channel is basically the voice of seduction, except we make you the star every time. Lesson 3, proximity. Okay, so we've covered scarcity and the gain-loss effect. But here's a plot twist. You can't be too scarce. Enter the proximity principle. A classic MIT study showed that people were way more likely to list their closest friends as people who lived nearby, sometimes just 1 or 2 doors away in the dorms. As the number of doors increased, the likelihood of friendship dropped, like my GPA after freshman year. So what does this mean for you? If you want a girl to like you, you need to be around. Scarce with your attention, but close in location. Here's an example. You've got 2 crushes. One girl you see for 10 minutes every day in class, and one you see for an hour once a week. Guess which one you have a better chance with? The 10-minute girl. Repetition builds familiarity. Familiarity builds comfort. Comfort builds attraction. But let's say you don't naturally have proximity. That's when you get creative. Change your route to class. Join her club. Be where she is. But, and this is crucial, don't be creepy about it. There's a difference between, oh wow, we bumped into each other at the coffee shop, and oh wow, I'm hiding in your bushes with a night vision camera. So remember, be nearby, be present, but don't cross into stalker territory. By the way, if you're thinking, man, this stuff is genius, then you already know what I'm gonna say. Yep, subscribe to Hidden Magnet Club, because we don't just teach seduction, we teach survival. Seriously, don't be the bush guy. Nobody likes the bush guy. Lesson 4, the Ben Franklin effect. Time to learn from one of the OG founding fathers, Benjamin Franklin. Most people know him as the guy on the $100 bill, but he also had some wild social hacks. His secret? Asking people for favors. Not big favors, little favors. Paradoxically, when someone does you a favor, they start liking you more. Psychologists confirmed this. In one experiment, participants were told to encourage or insult others during a task. Later, when asked how much they liked the people they interacted with, the ones they helped or encouraged were rated way higher. Translation: when someone invests in you, even in a small way, they naturally rationalize it by thinking, I must like this person, otherwise why would I help them? So here's how you use it. Ask small favors. Simple stuff. Hey, do you know the time? Drop your pen so she picks it up. Ask if she can check something for you. These little acts stack up, and each time she subconsciously thinks, I guess I like this guy. Now, you might be thinking, wait, so I just need to drop pencils for the rest of my life? Relax! It's about micro moments. Don't overdo it. If every conversation starts with, hey, can you hold my backpack, my sandwich, and my taxes real quick? She'll run. But small, natural favors, they're gold. And speaking of favors, do me a quick favor right now. Click subscribe to Hidden Magnet Club, because trust me, when you do, you'll like me more. Psychology said so. Lesson 5, the Discord mod effect. All right, let's talk looks. A lot of guys think attraction is all about genetics. You either win the lottery and look like Chris Hemsworth, or you're doomed to look like the side character who dies first in a horror movie. But science says otherwise. A 1997 study found the most attractive features weren't genetic at all. They came down to posture, grooming, clothing, weight, and attitude. Translation: you don't need to be born with Hollywood cheekbones, you just need to clean yourself up. Stand tall, shoulders back, hit the gym, wear clothes that fit, shower daily, comb your hair, smile. That's it. Do those things consistently, and you go from background Discord mod to main character energy. Let me put it this way. Attraction is less about your bone structure and more about your effort.
If you smell like Axe body spray and Doritos, I don't care how symmetrical your face is, you're done. And yes, I said Doritos. If your daily vegetable intake is Cool Ranch, it's time to level up. Quick plug, if you're serious about becoming main character material, hit subscribe to Hidden Magnet Club, because if you look the part and act the part, the world starts treating you like the part. Lesson 6. Luck. Finally, let's talk about the X factor, the stuff you can't fully control, biology and luck. Two things dominate here, pheromones and the first kiss. Your nose picks up pheromones, chemical signals that communicate genetic compatibility. Women's noses are especially tuned to MHC molecules, which indicate immune system differences. And here's the kicker, opposites attract. Women often prefer the scent of men whose MHC molecules differ from theirs because diversity equals healthier babies. Evolutionary biology, baby. And then there's the kiss. The first kiss is make or break. It's not just lips touching, it's a full-blown chemical exchange. The taste, the smell, the touch, it all matters. A bad first kiss? Many women report losing attraction instantly. But a good one? Boom. Nervous system lights up, heart races, pupils dilate. Suddenly, she's hooked. So yes, luck plays a role, but here's the good news. Everything else we've covered puts you in the best possible position. If you're scarce, mysterious, nearby but subtly approving, cleaned up, and making her invest in you, when that kiss finally happens, your odds skyrocket. And if it all clicks, you're not just in the game, you're winning. Finale. So let's recap. 6 powerful science-backed lessons. Scarcity principle, don't be too available. Gain-loss theory, let her win you over. Proximity principle, be around but don't be creepy. Ben Franklin effect, ask for small favors. Discord mod effect, posture, grooming, clothing, attitude, health. Luck, pheromones, and the kiss. Put them all together and you stop chasing and start attracting. You become the magnet. And that, my friend, is what we do here at Hidden Magnet Club. So if you want more science, more psychology, and more no-cringe seduction hacks, subscribe right now. Join the club. Don't be scarce with your attention here, be scarce with the girls later. Until next time, remember, attraction isn't about trying harder, it's about trying smarter. And showering. Always showering.